Infinite ammo.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Cool.
0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. We good?
First thing we're gonna have to
Yeah,
choose
good.
Difficulty.
Ren, did you get yours? Oh wait, you're not here.
Casual, survival, and nightmare. If you've played the first game, familiar with survival horror games.
James, you were asking me something earlier too.
Yeah, this is from the devs, right?
Yeah. Well, this is from Bethesda, I think. They're playing it.
Close enough.
Really like that stuff. For the sake of this, I'll probably play survival.
Thousand themselves, and they're playing on PC.
Seeing Sebastian clean shaven is fucking weird to me.
That is true.
What? Wait. What is?
Sebastian with that is like a little stubble and shit, and like his
Oh,
different look. Like,
yeah,
like
young
Taylor's
Sebastian.
Yeah.
Where's Akuma? Well,
Casual for all those game journalists out there.
We talked about right beforehand.
Jesus.
So I'm guessing this is like going to show you the first almost like hour or so of the game.
I think it's more like
Roughly, I think.
Very hard with limited saves.
Is this I mean, I'm pretty sure this isn't like this is pretty much the final version of the game.
Probably because the game comes out
It's chapter 3
next
by the way.
next month.
Yeah, next month. So, it's chapter 3, Brandon.
Yep.
You know what we should do next stream? We should blindfold myself. We should plan a nightmare.
Okay. Yeah, that
Shut up.
Actually, you've played this demo.
Get
so
the
much.
game, you
Disable
fools.
it, you pussy.
Aim assist, pretty self-explanatory, so we'll go with yes in terms of just.
No.
Casual.
So I'll shut up.
Fucking video game journalists cannot play games.
Well, they're not journalists though. They work for Bethesda.
Well, whatever.
No.
Fucking people that make video games can't play their own video game.
I can't wait for them to say.
It's a
The Evil Within
demonstration,
2.
people. Calm your
Yeah.
tits.
I can't wait for them to say
Okay,
the
tell
Evil
them to
Within
get good.
2.
Yeah.
It's a demonstration. We want them to do.
I agree with
Get good.
Brandon. Don't expect expert gameplay.
Although legit, I kind of expect people to say the Evil Within 2 is the next Dark Souls at this fucking rate.
Fuck off, no.
To be fair about the difficulty, I feel like Ren plays casual too.
No, play Akumu mode like a real man.
But you have to play through Nightmare, I think, or you have to beat the game
Well,
once.
play
at
Nightmare
least.
mode like a real man.
You have to beat the game at least once in order to get.
Akumu mode is that like I don't like the idea behind Akumu mode because it's like you have to like not get hit once, and it's like no.
Doable.
Nah,
If Devil May
no.
Cry can do it,
Nah.
any game could do it.
That was chapter 2.
There's some cheap fucking deaths in the first game. There's no way you're not gonna get hit.
And still doable.
It's doable. It's just gonna be like it's gonna make you want to kill yourself by the end of it.
Yes.
Sounds like Nier Automata is very hard mode.
So it would bring the horror a little more.
So, Crash Bandicoot 1 got it.
Okay, so this is just a select level in the game. This isn't actually like the very beginning of
This
the
is
game.
chapter 2.
And then we'll get into just like the.
Oh, I've seen this. I've seen that they had this on their I saw this on YouTube, I think.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen this yet.
Just headbutt them.
What the hell?
See that? I did that.
It's symbolic.
Oh, it's a quick turn. Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
I
That
thought you
quick turn is
teleported.
even faster than Resident Evil. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was not like.
That's really good though.
That's how
'cause you can-
quickly you can sidestep.
Yeah, that can set you up for jump scares too.
There is a quest for subtitles. Do we want to put subtitles in?
You haven't missed anything.
Oh, it's
You want to put subtitles on.
Oh, wait, subtitles.
There you go.
Subtitles are there.
They didn't-
This isn't-
Oh, okay,
this is
they
just
did do that.
quiet type.
I was like, I'm pretty sure it's on by default.
No, it didn't.
Where are we?
Thanks for the camera icon, guys.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a
Oh,
step
that's cool.
selfie.
I thought it was like a shadow behind them. Not me.
Nani?
Oh yeah, this was freaky.
It's like the that one monster from the first game.
Ugh.
Oh, you mean Laura? Because Laura's in this game still.
Yeah, it's kind of like her, but like a different variant.
Oh, but she's not the grudge monster.
She closing in. She closing in.
They have, because I skimmed through this a little bit. Towards the end, there's like a monster you see that like hums. It hums like a song or whatever as it's like looking for you.
We are safe.
Yeah.
So you know.
No, her saw blade can't turn knobs.
I was also surprised she couldn't just like break down that door.
Yeah.
Puzzle solved.
Yeah, so it's also one thing I wanted to point out when we're here too is that we. All right, I'll turn around, look at her. Turn around, look at her. She's super creepy, looking up at me.
Oh, she's so gross.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even fucking notice you guys.
She waiting.
And she's like, nah, dog, I'm out.
It's cool.
One thing that's worth mentioning is we start the actual demo that we're playing here starts at chapter 2. So obviously there's an introduction to the game. We saw that really quick story trail that kind of sets up the stakes. Again, this was the demo that we used for players at PAX for Gamescom and QuakeCon. So just in the sake of time, we jumped them forward a little bit in the story.
No mercy. So this part of the game takes place after he has already been sent back into STEM.
That is correct.
This is a totally different
Okay.
STEM world than the first game, though. This is actually built using his daughter's mind as the core.
That's correct. And she has
So-
no recollection of like things that happened in the
And if I'm not mistaken,
Completely
the
new
later
town,
stuff gets
like,
more interesting.
Yeah.
New environments, new enemies.
Yeah, I was about to say
everything
I've
new.
seen this already. This seems pretty familiar.
This terrifying world with the most
Freaking
extravagant
crazy
characters.
chainsaw bitch.
I've seen two people
Yeah,
like
it's
This is also reminiscent of the beginning of the first game where you're like running from that one guy and there was like a long hallway you're trying to get out the door.
Yeah.
Which ironically, you go back to the first location. From my understanding, you actually go back to the first location from the first game.
Yeah, that is true actually. It's like, yo, this thing I impaled you with, now you're suspect.
You're welcome.
Alright, we gotta shake this off.
No, let him die. Let him die. Let him die.
No.
Die. Let him die.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
Oh Jesus.
It's like
Christ.
Twitch streamers. Oh, they died?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, wow, okay, well, yeah, because in the gameplay trailer that I saw of this, they actually didn't die and they stabbed it.
No, this is new footage. Okay, just let you know.
It's fine.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh wait,
someone
dude.
know how to fix
Mitchell
it.
shot
How
on
do you
purpose.
fail like quick time events like that?
For the convention shows, this is not a public demo that's out. That's available via the download.
Oh yeah, this is the Xbox One X version.
We wanted to play it live on Twitch.
No, it's actually the PC version. They're
Oh,
just
is it?
using
I
an
thought it was the.
Yeah, they're using an Xbox.
I had like the
One
Xbox
controller.
controls. I thought they were actually playing it on the one.
Oh, it's that same person.
Controllers.
Nope. PC.
You noticed we said bye. Oh, I should actually this time.
Yeah, and maybe I should
Pay
this time.
attention now. There you go. Kaboof in the face. Got lots of faces.
Quick, she's homesick. I know.
Feel better, Chris.
Get better.
Woo! Freedom. Do we want to give away the comic while we're getting adjusted from?
Spooky comics?
Yeah, they were doing a giveaway on the stream. I unfortunately missed out on the stream because otherwise I would have tried to go for the console giveaway.
All right.
Since we got a little bit of a lull in the action.
And the comics are like a side story or like what?
I think it's supposed to be a prequel to the second game, but a sequel to the first.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
They want the cat.
They had a prequel comic to the first game as well, so
Comic first.
it's not the first
I
comic.
want to look this up real quick.
Third, console fourth. So we will.
They did have a comic. It was
People at random that are in the chat.
they actually.
We'll message
Oh,
you after
didn't
the
know that.
stream to get your information.
Well, I did
Mhm.
know that, but I forgot about that. That's pretty cool.
The Pain 13.
I still have to finish reading the
Whoa.
I need to get it.
comic series.
Dramatic reading.
We did just bring the pain, so
Yeah,
it makes
that's
sense.
true.
You get a
Congratulations.
Spooky comic.
It's only $13. It's not
To my
bad.
friends at Titan Comics.
This comic's actually really
All right. I need them to start moving
I love the art
immediately.
too. I mean, I'm sure it's far away so you can't see it, but check it out. Local comic store out now. 2 is coming out.
3-star rating.
13.
Plug,
Eh.
plug, plug, plug.
Because you will have
Nope.
one for free.
Shameless plugs.
Continue.
All All right, so we've
Of
got
a freaking prequel comic, it's like we couldn't be bothered to put this story in an actual game. No, buy our comics.
I'm fine with that actually.
Buy the
'Cause
comics.
a lot of them have pretty good stories in the prequels.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as the Evil Within is concerned, the first game did have a prequel comic as well, but it loosely tied into the first game, as far as I'm aware. So it's not really a big deal. Most of what you find as far as story is concerned for the Evil Within is in notes.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see the one you're talking about. Actually, it's just called the Evil Within, and then the other one is called the Evil Within to the Interlude or something like that. It actually has the art from the second game on it.
Yeah, well, that's the variant cover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because there's the cover that they were showing off on stream during the giveaway where it's like Sebastian covered in blood and he's got like a big axe. And then there's the other one where it's just the Evil Within 2 cover art. So it's two different cover arts for that comic.
Again,
Yeah.
again, reminds me of my college apartment.
The first comic though, that one, I think it was like it had like separate issues, but then they did like a later release where all the issues were like put into one book in a hardcover book, and that's the one that I bought. Yeah, I started reading it a little bit. It was all right, but I need to finish it before I can give fully fledged opinions on this.
So he's talking on a communicator. Basically, this is kind of your lifeline to the outside world. So as the story set up, Kidman recruits you to go back into STEM, and this is basically how you communicate with her. And it gets some other functionality a little bit later that we'll see.
It's like Beacon all over again. What the fuck did you just send me?
Same voice actor?
No, it's a different voice actor.
Yeah, I can kind of tell.
Oh, it's a different voice actor for Sebastian?
Yeah, they didn't get Anson Mount again.
Why is that?
I think Ren mentioned before that it could have been potentially due to the fact that Anson Mount was working on Inhumans. So that's potentially why. Although the thing is that they also replaced Tatiana's voice actor, if I'm not mistaken. Because I did mention I did.
Yeah, he does sound different.
No, crossbow to the top, shotgun to the left, health to the bottom.
Hello? Hey!
She seems like a nice lady.
Yeah, we should follow her.
Absolutely.
Let's be friends.
Better check it out.
Town looks normal. This has got to be a good place to go.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing he was actually in that show.
This part is gross. How do you know?
Oh, what show?
Inhumans.
Oh yeah.
I heard Inhumans was okay, I think. Some people didn't like it.
So it's like
Yeah,
what,
there's a
up
lot
and
of
down?
texture popping, I'm seeing.
No.
Oh yeah, that PS4 that you posted. Yeah, I remember that when the Evil Within was first coming out.
She's definitely Martha. Like, right? I can see that. Like, for sure a Martha.
I'm good with that.
I don't know why, but this guy looks kind of like a young Todd Howard to me.
What the fuck?
I don't know why.
Eat your vegetables, Todd.
No. He's skin and bones, dude. He's got to eat.
So is this game open world type thing now?
Sort of. They kind of went back, like, because the first game had a lot of like cut concepts, and one of them was like to explore like the world and shit, and that wasn't in the first game because they ended up cutting that.
Yeah.
But in this game, it seems like they brought that back, and there's more of an emphasis on like exploring and looking for like, you know, scavenging for equipment and ammunition and stuff like that, while also learning about like different things that are going on within the world.
That's awesome. I like that. I like just walking around different houses and finding shit and learning shit about things that happen.
Yeah, it's kind of like I don't want to compare it entirely to Silent Hill, but it's almost like Silent Hill where you're going through a town and you're going
Yeah.
from like house to house to house.
That's good. I like that.
You know, obviously though, with the difference being is that with Silent Hill the doors are constantly locked, but or jammed. But this game it might be more like, hey, you know, you can go from house to house to house, and you can find like different things that allude to
Yeah.
things that happened, or you know, you might get equipment and stuff like that.
Right. Oh yeah, the green gel.
Yeah, I remember that from the first game.
Kidman.
Every time he killed an enemy, he got it.
Yeah, I did. I learned that it really is like Beacon in here. The people in here are turning into creatures.
Creatures.
Man, his voice is really taking me out of the immersion.
But it means that
Yeah.
more danger
It's not bad,
being
but you know.
lost.
I
It's
think
definitely different.
Mhm.
Save it, Kidman.
I discussed this with Martin when we did our one-on-one for some of the information that came out a while back, and I was saying like I don't know what it is about the new voice actor, but I don't think he's bad. I just don't feel him as like he's Sebastian per se.
You're just used to like
Yeah.
the first voice actor.
Right. And I think he meant, like, Martin made a really good point. It could just be like a similar effect to like Splinter Cell Blacklist, because you know how they replaced Sam Fisher's voice in that game. So it's probably like a similar effect where, you know, it's not that the voice actor is bad, it's just that they got somebody that was younger and it really doesn't fit with what you're used to.
Right.
No,
Same thing happening with Infamous too.
James says this game. I don't know why this game feels like RE4. That's what James said.
Maybe because of the Lost Bloggers zombies.
Yeah. What do you think, Dom?
Ren mentioned in chat the first one was like that too, and that's not really a bad thing per se.
No, absolutely not.
So again, this is kind of like the quaint little town made with the mind of a child about any town USA, I guess you could say, but
That's weird. Oh, I saw popping. But that's weird that a kid would think about all this stuff, or at least this would come out of a kid's head. That's kind of weird.
What kind of things was that kid subjected to?
Maybe it was Michael Myers' head.
I think they mentioned that her mind was actually deteriorating because it's been hooked up to STEM, which is like the system that links people's like brains and shit to like a host brain, and that's how this like whole fictional world gets created and shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna show off something that's actually kind of cool and new.
Because it takes like people's memories and like puts them all together. Anyone who's ever been like connected to the host brain.
Mm-hmm.
We can be over here and hide, or we can.
It's a lot of popping, but I guess it's still early on.
Tell us how we can sneak kill some guys too. Real quick.
Sneak kill. What, are we gonna hold our breath to see them through walls too?
Maybe.
I might have actually alerted her.
Yep.
Oh, so they're actually using like a stealth system now. I don't remember this whole like eye thing from the first game.
That's, I guess, the detection meter.
Yeah, you could disable it in the first game, which I did that because that eye thing really like annoyed the shit out of me.
Played this demo 100 times. It's probably happened once.
Sneak King.
Welcome to survival horror. You suck.
Guy versus Horde of Zombies. Horde of Zombies wins.
You died. They're probably gonna get this on PC.
Yeah.
Snake King was game of the year.
Sneak King.
I'm just kind of like snapped in here. You can walk around corners. When you get to the edge, it'll allow you to like go around the corner. It's a pretty cool system. If you've played the DLCs, it's very similar to that.
Yeah, apparently they took a lot of the shit that they learned from the DLC and applied it to the second game.
Right.
And what do you use the bottles for?
So the bottles are used to distract enemies.
Oh, so like the first game.
I can throw them at something.
I never fucking snuck around. I mostly just went gung ho.
Yeah, it always forced you to fight them anyway.
If you're going for that pacifist play, like you're a Dishonored player at heart.
You can't go for a pacifist play. That's bullshit.
I can't do that, dude.
You might be able to in this game though, because it's a lot more open.
Maybe. I doubt it though.
It's like unless I have a sniper, I can't feel myself doing it. But you know, I'll do some, because it's easy kills. It looks like.
Or, like I said before, just being a complete pacifist.
Let me in, let me in.
I'm thinking it's probably like, even though it's a lot more open, I don't think it's gonna be like entirely like, oh, you can sneak past every single thing like per se. I think there's gonna be instances where you have to fight through.
It's definitely possible.
I don't think they would just force you to do just one thing or the other.
The stealth in the original game was a fucking joke for the most part.
Yeah, and I think part of that just had to do with the fact that the game was extremely linear.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he did. It looked like he was coming at you.
The DLC kind of had this whole idea of forcing the stealth, and that was fine, but it was the problem with the DLC was that because they forced the stealth, there was a lot of instances where you couldn't really fight back.
Yeah, except for parts in the game where, or the DLC where you had to, and they basically forced you to fight zombies. You couldn't really do any other approach to it.
Right.
Yes, always have to be prepared. You never know what's gonna happen. You just
God damn. It looked like he broke the fucking door down, but then it was still there.
Compromise the mission, you idiot.
For those that are just joining us,
No one's home.
Within 2, and we are playing on PC with an Xbox controller.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes
PC?
sense.
PC,
Yeah, that's
version
PC.
confirmed.
I think we do a giveaway after we talk.
Damn, that sucks because there's popping in this shit.
Okay. I think that there is a specific giveaway coming up that we should.
Don't come any closer.
Well,
Who the hell are you?
Okay, calm down.
Oh my god.
Don't shoot.
It looks so weird, dude. Just hearing his voice.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
See? You can lower your gun. I'm on your side. You're not.
My name's Leon Kennedy. I'm from the Raccoon City Police Department.
One of those things. That doesn't mean you're on my side. You're right.
he's got that.
I don't
He's
work
got
for
that.
Um,
rugged manly
As far as, because I see James and Ren talking about the stealth, as far as the stealth is concerned, it's completely optional. If you want to go guns blazing like the first game or like RE4, you can. It's completely optional in this game.
leather jacket.
Security detail. Protecting me.
I don't think he looks like Steve Jobs.
My job is
whoever
to
said
solve
that.
hardware issue. Dying inside here is
Are they
above
talking
my
about
pay
Leo?
grade.
I
I'm
thought
not a
it was
soldier.
Sebastian.
Oh yeah.
Just a technician.
I mean, at least he tried. He kind of tried to sound like the original voice actor, but you can tell it's a different guy.
Not to mention, became an alcoholic, lost his job,
Soldier would have
lost his
taken the
family.
safety off.
He's lost a lot.
No, I mean, I agree. I mean, you know, that doesn't mean it should be given a pass, but, you know, at the same time, you know,
Let's try this again.
take it for what it is.
Sebastian Castellanos.
I mean, because obviously this isn't a game where stealth is stealth is like the primary focus. You know, like this isn't like Splinter Cell or Metal Gear, which, you know, obviously if it was like that, it's like, okay, yeah, the stealth could be better, but you know, for what it is, I don't think it's like, you know, too much of a big deal.
Yeah.
Who's Lily? Look, everyone is stuck in here.
Yeah, Ren. Fuck you, bitch. No, Brandon, that's what Brandon said. So I guess there's more people inside the stem, inside the girl's mind, not just Sebastian, including this guy.
We were trying to track them when we got attacked. Here, listen to this. It sounds like a little girl, right? Quiet.
Yeah, I think they kind of talk about the side quests you can do in the game now, because side quests weren't a thing.
But I've been picking up all sorts of weird signals on my communicator since we got here.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense since it's the open world.
The lip movement's kind of weird.
Pick it up too. Once you're out there, check it. You'll see.
All right,
Maybe
that's
pick
pretty
up
good.
other signals while you're out there. It wouldn't hurt to follow them to find out what. No way. The core first. It's the only way we're getting out of here. Suit yourself. Let's pair up our communicators. That way I can tell you if I find anything. Yeah. Okay.
This guy's a bad guy.
Alright, so
So that conversation is actually part of a larger conversation in the
Yep,
in the game.
exactly. So there's a lot of cast of characters in this game too that you'll meet and come across. Mobius has sent in people ahead of you to try to fix the problem. As we mentioned before,
Okay.
Sebastian's kind of the last resort. So Liam is one of those characters that we meet, you can interact with him in the full game to possibly get some more information about the game. I'm sorry, about what's going on in the STEM system. He can give
More information about the game. He's going to tell you the system requirements.
These are the PC requirements, sir.
You need at least 120 gigs of space.
You need an
For a
SSD.
good game.
You need an
120 gigs? What is this? What is this, freaking Infinite Warfare?
They got save terminals now.
Oh, I do the 3 saves too.
I remember those.
I
things
mean,
from
they
the
had
consoles.
save points in the original as well, so this isn't really a new thing per se. It's just that the way that they have them. I think they also have a save room too as well.
I'm guessing this also doesn't have like a hub world like in the original game where you would go back to the insane asylum.
Not per se, I don't think.
Because like there, every time you wanted to save, you'd go back there, or if you wanted to upgrade your character. I kind of wonder. I mean, this also has to have upgrades too because they have the green gel. Oh, workbench, workbench.
That was one thing that was supposed to be in the original, was having a workbench to craft shit.
What are you building?
Well, hopefully it doesn't feel too tacked on in this.
Man, Ren's a bum.
Ren, that isn't gone per se.
Reload's pretty important in this game. So as you can see, there's multiple trees, multiple things. This right here is high-grade weapon parts, so you'll have to find essentially a different version of the weapon parts.
It is, as far as what I've seen, still there, but I don't know to what extent.
After we visit the workbench, it allows for field crafting. So we know it's a survival horror game. We know that you're not going to have endless amounts of ammo, but one of the great things about The Evil Within 2 is if you are in that sticky situation and you don't have handgun ammo, you don't have shotgun ammo, you can actually craft it on the fly if you do have resources. The downside of that, though, is it does take more than normal. So it's not going to be the same amount of components to make those bullets or those medical syringes, but you can actually do it on the fly, and it really obviously helps out. And
yeah, I mean, you definitely don't want to do that all the time.
Right.
That's like a desperate situation kind of thing, because resources are tight.
Yep, and you can access that anytime from the wheel right inside of here, which is field crafting.
Weapon wheel.
So let's see what else we got here.
First game had the weapon wheel too.
That's a good idea. We agree. It was a very good idea.
Yep.
Oh, what is this?
What the hell's up?
That's a familiar.
Oh, there's the hub. There's the hub.
Oh, this will have the Claire de Lune fucking music? Hold on.
It's the hub world again. It's coming back in this game.
Oh, it's a different song.
Yeah. Should we go in?
Yes.
Should we go in?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's the same one, yeah. Claire de Lune.
People are mad that you didn't drink the coffee.
It's a good music.
Oh, so now it's the police department?
Sort of.
Completely, but it does take a set amount of time to actually brew a new pot of coffee. So you can't use it all the time. You got to use it.
Pot of coffee.
Oh man, I actually need a cup right now. Actually, no, I didn't wake up early.
You wouldn't. That's
Oh, it's the wheelchair.
I'll take 3 sugars.
Do you want to give away the poster?
No, shut up. Just play.
Well, we're gonna give away 3 other things.
Should we give away the poster?
Here, I'll sit down and we'll. So here we go.
I don't know. When do we give away stuff?
Where we can get some keys and find out
This guy
what's
just
going
did
on
at the
there.
end.
Let's see a familiar face.
Can you tell we didn't plan ahead?
Congratulations,
Yeah.
Life 24, 5,
Oh, there's the chair with the upgrades.
an Evil Within poster.
Yes.
So we will contact you.
Oh, they
after-
fade the black.
I want
one.
to see that poster. Where is the poster?
We'll contact you after.
I
the
guess it's
poster
on the
The-
wall behind.
The poster is exactly like the one that, exactly like the cover, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, okay.
We were talking about it, so.
With Evil Within artwork.
That's a different nurse lady?
She is.
Oh, that's a new one.
No, it's the same one. They just changed her voice actor.
They changed her voice actor too? Goddamn. They changed everybody's voice actor.
Hello, nurse.
Mysteries aplenty.
Even if that face has seen far too much. You look tired, detective. I can help you get.
Is it just me or did they make her look more attractive in this?
A little bit. She's like younger here.
It might be because of the graphics engine.
Maybe. Are they using a different engine?
I think so, because if it's not that, I mean, they're not making this game for previous gen, like the first game, which is probably why they're able to do a lot more.
Yeah.
So there's some activatable skills that we have. Let's take a look over in combat, for example.
Good. I hope they she doesn't convey that much emotion this time either. I just need her to give me my upgrade shit, tell me where to go. And
The upgrades are laid out differently.
Another one is the synaptic focus in terms of you press Y when aiming to concentrate down the sights. Kind of slows down time, and then
That sounds very familiar.
consecutively you're doing more and more damage. So
and these are super cool abilities, but
they're also
they are
super expensive. Yep, that's exactly what I was about to say.
So they either require
Man, it sounds a lot like the first game.
or you really need to focus.
It's like as shit goes on later.
Gotta get all that green, get gel, and fucking spend it all on skill.
It seems like they also are introducing red gel, maybe, because they have like the locked skills. That I have no idea, because it's like they highlighted like some of the locks or whatever, and then there's like a red jar that pops up. So I'm not sure what that's all about, or maybe they just have that up there just to show that the skill is locked until you unlock the other abilities.
But we're about to
cherry flavored.
So this is Sebastian's room. This is kind of a room that Sebastian has made, almost like a safe spot, safe place of what he's used to.
A safe space. Oh my god.
It's a cat.
It's the cat from the DLC.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Oh, that cat looks okay, I guess.
The cat ladies were freaking out.
Oh my god, it's it.
Morgana, this ain't.
Slide for them. That was a hard ass jump scare in it.
We'll use the slide in a second.
Yeah, that's right, Reapers. It's Morgana. Go to bed. Go the fuck to sleep.
Damn it.
You look tired.
No, Morgana, I don't want to go to sleep.
Time to give away a save kitty?
I think we have to give away a cat.
Oh god.
Pull a winner for their
Here we
own
go.
save kitty.
There's a save kit cat?
No, it's not a real life
Okay,
cat.
I thought they had like a legit like something for the save cat.
No, because in the DLC, you instead of saving with like little like
Yeah, you go to the
table-
couch and then there's
yeah.
the cat.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cat. There you go.
Always. You wouldn't have told me about Lily if your damn
Look at them all.
didn't go on the fritz. I would have spent
What is on her head?
That face. Jeez.
Looks like a cat.
Oh, it is. I was wondering what the hell that was.
What?
The save cat is on her head.
Yeah.
Oh
I didn't
yeah.
realize that until now.
You thought I was like some kind of mop on her head?
Yeah, I thought that was. I don't know what that was. I was like, what the hell?
You'll never know how I feel until you've lost your family.
I never had a family to
My family.
just two people who brought me into this world and treated me like a burden instead of a daughter.
Better to have loved and lost. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe. At least you had people who cared about you.
Point taken.
So this is one of the many slides. Yeah.
My
select all the
family.
slides in the game, and you'll have to find out for yourself.
Collectibles.
Oh, you get goo from looking at that shit too?
22
Okay.
for winning your own save.
Oh, they do have a plush save cat.
I don't like how it like highlights like that. It's way too bright. I mean, if it wasn't highlighted like that, fucking retards would miss everything.
Yeah. It does. At least it does take as long to like go into the save world and go back. That was like one kind of nitpick I had about the first game, is it took a while to get into the hub world.
Yeah, keep in mind this is PC though.
Well, even on PC,
They-
because I have it on PC too, and it takes a while.
I don't know, because they said that the game was gonna get Xbox One X support. So I don't know. That's the thing. That's what they said, that that it was gonna be one of those games that have Xbox One X support. So maybe we can see a better performance boost on the Xbox One X, and I'm assuming also on PS4 Pro. I'm not really sure how that's gonna work out, but we'll see.
Quest objective, something that happens.
Yeah, I'll bet it's still 30 frames on console.
There's like 15 to 20 just in this immediate area, so there's tons and tons of stuff to do. So So as you can see now, we're now locked onto it. It'll also mark it on our map, so we can take a look at the map. This is the whole area we have to explore in this. So we want to go up this way. So.
But that's just for the main quest.
Correct. Yep.
So we could also go ahead and do some side stuff if that's what people want to look at instead. Maybe we could each give our favorite little side area and.
I think we should.
Okay, cool.
What the hell?
And the gore comes
Yeah, I mean,
first.
graphic-wise, this game definitely looks a lot better than the first game.
Yeah, Silent Hill shit where they fucking destroy.
Oh yeah, it is Silent Hill. The world ended.
They did that shit in the first game too, where the
they did.
parts of the world were crumbling apart.
Is it the oh, fuck is that?
I have no idea. I think that's part of the world that's just like up there.
Cognition.
Should also mention that this is just like the first area. There are all these different kinds of domains.
This does give me a huge Silent Hill vibe, though, like just the environment.
What did he do with his walkie? Did he choose like?
I think he locked onto a side quest.
Oh, okay, that's
I have
good.
a very healthy sized feature.
Oh, and it shows you, I guess, where it is with that little orange thing. Okay.
Yeah.
How this world was created.
Well, yeah, depending on which signal you lock onto, because you see how there's like more than one signal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the in console's gonna be 30 frames run.
Really interesting stuff in there.
PC Master Race.
Couple resonator points. As you can see, again, they all get logged.
Letterbox.
They actually, fun fact about the letterboxing for the sequel, it's still in the game, but it's an optional thing for anybody that wants to have it back on. But it's completely optional and it's disabled right from the get-go.
Okay, so favorite location.
I don't know. I really do like that flashback house.
I think we should save that for later.
Save flashback for later.
Okay.
What about Anima House?
Could do that too. I know you're a fan of the slide system.
Let's
get the weapon first.
System.
Let's get the crossbow
Okay.
through there, and then we can go check out that house. All right. So again, we're gonna snap to cover over here.
Stealth time.
Time to stealth.
Make our way around these guys.
You can't really just go gung ho. He only has like a fucking pistol, fucking pea shooter.
Just punch him in the face.
Yeah.
Just kick him.
Stab him with a knife.
I know with when we were watching the leaked footage when Rin showed that off, there was footage of like Sebastian finding a broken sniper rifle, but he needed to find the barrel to fix it.
Yeah.
Almost got spotted.
Yeah, and you can see that little carrot type thing that shows up on the screen. That is showing you cover you can dash and snap to. Where are we for?
How in the hell is that floating like that?
Pick that up. Yeah, some gunpowder.
A wizard did it.
What is this?
Oh my.
Haven't seen one of these in a while.
That poor
Crossbow.
Fan favorite?
Got a new name now.
Does.
You can make more custom bolts.
Warden crossbow.
So, just like in the first game too, we have multiple bolts. Uh-oh.
That doesn't seem good.
That doesn't seem good. That's a problem.
And we've been mentioning the first game a lot, but you don't have to have played the first game to enjoy the story in this one. Sure, it's a sequel, and the story is fun for both, but you can play this one, pick it up, and play without ever having played the Evil Within one.
Yeah, I can kind of see what James' opinion about it, though.
I think it's cool. I'll try it.
But yeah, I mean the general like themes of it and just the story is not really anything unique. Game is fun, but it like at least the first one was, but it could be cheap at times. This one looks like I like what they're doing with the second game, and that it's open world, so that's different. And obviously it looks a lot better.
What's that? I see a shiny. Where we're going? The other house?
Anima House.
There's a church right here too.
Niggas need to be using their flashlight.
Yeah, let's go in there. There's some.
I will say that you have about 10 minutes before we have to hard stop for Pete's Legends
All right, then let's
stream.
bypass that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because I think
we're trying to win the custom console, which is the only prize we have left. All you have to do is follow the Bethesda channel on Twitch and be in chat. If my mic didn't just turn off from falling.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely taking heavy inspiration from Resident Evil.
Well, the thing is that
I mean, you know, I know Shinji Mikami.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even so much of that. It's just that it's just Shinji Mikami. But if
I'm here now. I was done in the meeting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, with the first game, it was kind of like more or less a successor to Resident Evil 4. So it's like definitely like no surprise if you can see that sort of comparison, like even with the sequel, because it's like that's kind of what it was supposed to be to begin with. But at the same time, it does do, you know, not necessarily stuff that's different to the genre, but different to what Resident Evil was doing.
So that's one of the nice things that like these areas allow you to do, right? Like you can go off the beaten path.
I mean, I'm not trying to be a downer. I'm just saying what I'm seeing.
You want to get stuff that you can upgrade your character.
It could just be specifically this footage. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because even the horror thing, I have a hard time agreeing with. I don't know. It's weird. I feel like you could just play this like an RE game or something and just blast everything, and it doesn't feel like a horror game. Then it just feels like an action game. That's just how I feel.
That's how the first game was to an extent.
That's not like you're not wrong on that. Like that's, you know, that's not inaccurate per se. But that said, I don't think it's going to be bad just because it's like.
I'm not saying it's gonna be bad. I'm just saying it's not going to. For me, at least, it doesn't wow me. Because I've seen these kinds of games so much. It looks like it could be
better than the first one, at least.
I
would assume so.
I'm very optimistic with this game being better than the first game, only because, you know, they're not focusing on like the previous gen. It seems like they're putting in a lot more effort with the gameplay, as far as like how it handles and whatnot in this in the sequel at least. And then not to mention the fact that like I'm tired of like open world games, but I feel like for this game it kind of works because it's not something that you necessarily have to go and do every single thing. You could just focus specifically on story, but doing the side stuff could, you know, yield like different results.
What the hell is that?
I'm assuming the rest of the game is not all in this particular area. Like the environment, because the environment is pretty meh. I think the first game had better environments. That's just me. At least it looks.
I like this environment better, honestly.
I like going to other people's houses and finding shit.
Yeah.
The problem with the first game, because I like the first game's environments too. But I'm interested to see how this games are gonna be like. But I think the biggest problem I had with the environments from the first game was that they were extremely linear. When in the concept art they were like vastly open, and it seemed like you had to actually travel to where you had to go to find out like what was going on in the world.
Yeah, for me, I'm just saying, like, from an aesthetic point of view, I've seen this environment 100 times. I like the first game is better in that regard. Because everything kept radically changing, I guess. This is just like, houses, a neighborhood. Like I've seen
it was
this
also
a billion
kind of jarring
times.
because of how much it would randomly change on you. I mean, I liked it, but it was also kind of,
That is a Bloodborne boss.
Oh no. But yeah, I mean, like it could be kind of jarring just because of how randomly it changed. Oh, hey, look, it just changed.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, asked, I receive.
Better close the door.
Nope. Nope.
And I think this monster actually hums Claire de Lune, but I can't tell because the commentators on the stream were talking over it. But it is definitely creepy nonetheless, because it's just like some weird ghost bitch.
No.
Yeah, spoiler, no.
Just run.
Super
Always
can't.
run. Always hide.
She's so creepy.
Just walks right through
Yeah.
walls and doors. Oh.
Wish she's a
Walls
beautiful
can't stop
singer.
it. Doors can't stop it.
Don't fucking get out of cover, you dumbass. Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, try and go right at the site.
That's supposed to happen?
Yeah, that's supposed to happen.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm not sure if that was intentional. I feel like they should have put like a little like mist effect when she goes through things just to make it look less odd. That's the only reason I ask. Other than that, okay then. Because it just looks like she just clipped through something and it wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Let's not go that way.
I think the graphics look better though.
I agree.
Why would you sprint?
Oh my god.
Hey James, I think since you just mentioned it, I think I did notice a fog effect, like a black small cloaking effect. Yeah, it's like
the cloaks that are coming off her like just went straight through.
When she went through the door on
okay.
that other side, I think I noticed a briefly on one of the frames.
Man, Ren's a little bitch in the chat right now.
She went through pretty quick, so I probably missed it.
Yeah.
I knew this nigga was afraid. God.
Excuse me. Inappropriate place for that.
Nah, I played this game and I beat it, unlike you, bitch.
Sprinting in the cell section. Genius. Just genius.
Take your time, Sebastian.
Go.
I don't know what it is with this voice actor. He really sounds like a calmed down version of Leon. Who is this guy's VA again? No, I know it changed.
I have no idea.
He really does come off as Leon a little bit, like not Sebastian, just the voice.
And
He
figuratively.
he kind of does.
He just sounds like Leon without the jokes.
I think his name is David Hayter.
Yeah, no.
More slides.
Hey, more slides.
We want to give away our custom console. We have a Pete looming.
How long do we have?
Now. 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah, you give that away and I'll...
Your right hand comes off.
AJ's gonna run for it. And we're going to pick our custom console winner. Remember, they are North American consoles, so you can win.
Ah, it says here, Capcom fan 2010.
What?
I was thinking a joke as they were talking about the contest.
Oh yeah. I was saying earlier, I would have wanted to go for the giveaway or whatever for the console, because then I would have given my my Pro over to Ren, and that would have been fine, and I would have kept the Evil Within 2 console.
Is that a Pro version?
console? Yeah, it's a Pro version.
Also, I'm a little late on this. What the hell's on the chick's on the right's head?
It's a cat.
Cat plush.
The save cat.
Get the fucking thing off your head. You look weird. Weird. Oh.
I'm beelining it to the main...
Well, they're both cat ladies, probably. So.
original thing that we heard Lily's voice on.
Pit stop.
Damn it.
It's the trucker stop.
It's the fucking Alan Wake fucking pit stop.
What the hell is that? Did you see that shadow? Like fucking...
Yeah, that shadow is weird.
I think that was intentional, actually.
Was it?
Yeah.
I was about to say, what
graphical there.
Oh, you go ghost hunting, huh? That's cool.
Clever.
I guess.
To kind of go in and out of that plane to see exactly what's going on here. If the door would open.
Nope.
That kind of reminds me of that one game where you play as a detective ghost.
Oh, you mean Murdered?
Soul Suspect, yeah.
Murdered Soul Suspect.
Yeah.
That was an okay game, honestly. I don't think it deserved all the hate that I got.
It was a game?
Somewhat of a game.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
I played it? Nah.
It was good for what it was. I mean, I wouldn't spend more than like $10 on it, honestly.
What's that what is that thing called? The red thing, the little squiggly line. EKG.
EKG.
Why is it red? What does that mean? What does it mean when you're red? Does it mean like your heartbeat's
You know what? I think that
Paranormal
ties
hunter
into
ghosts.
I think that ties into the radio signals that you get, because they had like an orange and a white signal before too.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know. Come on.
Friday the 13th for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and
You guys work for Bethesda. What the
How
fuck?
do you not know the release dates of your own games? At least
Oh my
know
god,
that one.
Bethesda.
They
They got
comes
like
out
Twitch.
in 2021.
They got like Twitch streamers to do this. I swear. They like hired Twitch streamers.
see you next time and enjoy your next stream, The Elder Scrolls Legends with Pete Hines.
Nope, I won't be
get
enjoying that.
fucked.
Yeah, because and then I think it's just the trailer afterwards, so we don't have to watch that.
All right.
So you can close out of that.
Also, can I put it on record? Pete Hines is an asshole. Thank you.
Who is Pete Hines?
PR guy for Bethesda, and he's really shitty at his job.
Yeah.
He just like fucking talk shit to people or something.
He tried to. He couldn't even make up his mind with the paid mod stuff that Fallout was having. He had the what's that guy's name again? From the DMC thing, Jones something.
Alex
Jones. He had that problem where he's like, he like flip flopped on what to call it.
Yeah.
Oh, you can cut now. Talking about the penis high. But yeah, Ren, I thought you were talking about the
That
video.
should've-
Oh, you're
that
rolling
should've-
again.
Okay.
No,
We're rolling
I'm
again.
rolling.
So
Okay.
so overall thoughts on the gameplay footage?
It's pretty good.
I mean, it looks good. I like that it's open world, not linear like the first game, and the graphics definitely look a lot better. I'm kind of mixed on the voice acting and the new voice actor for Sebastian. He sounds okay, but it definitely sounds like he's trying really hard to sound like the original voice actor for it. Yeah, I mean, I'm interested. I like the town environment better than the first game, whereas like you switch environments every other level,
Yeah.
and it was kind of weird. So I don't know. I mean, I like that it's not quite as linear.
That sounds pretty good. It was good. Go into other people's houses and look for shit. You know, even if it's not what you're supposed to be doing. It looks interesting. And yeah, I'm gonna play it.
How about Brandel?
Overall, I'm definitely impressed by the game so far. Definitely a massive improvement over the second game. Maybe sorry, the first game.
The second game?
I just shut up.
Thanks, Pete Hines.
Justin, what about you?
It's alright. That's all I can say. I mean, I never really played too much of the first game, so I'm just like, okay.
And then James, I know you were talking a bit in chat, but you want to kind of say anything in voice before we close off?
Kind of on the wait and see, because from what I've watched, I'm just like, I've seen this sort of game a lot, so I'm not really sold on it per se. I don't think it's bad. I just don't see anything outstanding about it yet. That might change though in the future.
You think you might have to play it first? Maybe?
Probably. Yeah, I'd probably be hands on with that one.
As for
Admittedly,
my...
though,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
All right, fine. Admittedly, on that mindset though, you can apply that to a lot of games we already played in the past. Like, I'm not gonna be picky with that on that front. Oh yeah, I've seen it before. It doesn't mean I would like it any less.
Yeah, that's why like I said, I'm on the wait and see sort of thing.
As for myself, I think like I can definitely see like where maybe there were some complaints, but then I could also see where you can make a case that this is definitely going to be better for better than the first game. And I'm, like I said earlier, I'm a lot more optimistic that this game is going to be better. It definitely seems like they took a lot of the criticisms from the first game and applied that to the second game, as well as the DLCs. So I'm definitely thinking that it will overall be a better game than the first game. probably won't like if you didn't like the first game. I don't think people are going to be sold on it. If you're intrigued, it may be hit or miss. But if you enjoyed the first game, this will probably be a good game. That's how I see it, but I don't know. That said, I think we had a lot of fun. It's been fun watching this gameplay, and I think these guys are going to be getting ready to do Guardians of the Galaxy next. So, where can we? I guess we better do outros. So, Reapers, where can we find you, sir?
You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube at Reapers240. Yep.
Chaos, where can we find you, sir?
You can find me on both YouTube and Twitter as Captain Chaos.
James, where can we find you?
On Twitter at DevHunterJames.
Justin, how about you?
Find me on YouTube and Twitch at InfernoDragon343 and on Twitter at InfernoDragon3D.
Brandel, where can we find you?
Me at None of Your Goddamn Business at Twitter.
And then Ren, you can find him as Renegade I think it's Renegade Operative _, right? On Twitter, and then
Tinder.
Tinder.
No, okay. It's as Twitter, it's Ren Operative _. He was doing the backup recording for this. And then Renegade Operative on YouTube. For me, you can find me as BioDevil Dom on YouTube, Twitter, and on Twitch. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in whatever we do next. So, see ya.
Yeah.
See ya.